What is up, guys? Today I'm going to take you guys through my full day of eating, show you guys what I eat to maintain my size as a 6'8", 225-pound bodybuilder. So I'll meet you in the kitchen. So here we are in the kitchen for breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I always recommend whatever your goals are, whether you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, maintain, make sure you get a good breakfast because it's going to start you out right, going to give you energy for the rest of your day. And studies show that people who eat breakfast actually tend to weigh less, so they're not like binge eating throughout the day. So I've been eating the same breakfast for the last, 2 years, I guess, pretty consistently every day. It doesn't really change whether I'm bulking or cutting. I pretty much always will have got some protein oatmeal from Quaker. I just really like this flavor, good quality brand. This one is the no added sugar one. I just try to avoid all the excess sugars that I can. If you want the full sugar one because you think it tastes better, then fine, go for it. And then I always have some eggs as well. A lot of times I'll have egg whites mixed in, so I'll do like 2 or 3 eggs, mix it in with the egg whites, get a little more protein, a little less calories that way. But I'm out of egg whites right now, so we're gonna make do with what we got. All right, breakfast is main. Time to sit down and grub. So I've got my oatmeal, a little bit of cinnamon and sugar-free syrup. Got my 3 scrambled eggs, salt, pepper, and then 1 cup of Fairlife chocolate milk. Put all the macros right here for you guys. All right, I like my breakfast a bit sweet. So that's why I have like the sugar-free syrup, the chocolate milk and everything. It kind of gets my sweet tooth out of the way in the first thing in the morning. Easy to eat a lot of. And then I've got plenty of carbs, good sources of protein, a little bit of fat to get me started throughout the day, keep everything in check. So I'll meet you guys back for the pre-workout meal. All right, and we're back here in the kitchen, here for meal number 2. Super simple, super easy. I know this may be not the most popular meal, but a little can of tuna. These things are dirt cheap. I think they're like $1.50. You get 50 grams of protein out of the whole can. You can't beat that. So I'm gonna make tuna. Got tuna here. I use some light mayonnaise and a little bit of sweet relish. Honestly, the relish is my favorite part. And then I'm gonna put it all on a toasted everything bagel. I like these bagels. I like having some kind of like more texture when I eat my tuna, something I can like scoop it with. So I'll heat up one of these, get it all nice and crispy, and then that's meal number 2. I'll put all the macros right here. Super simple, high protein, good carb sources with the bagels, and then we'll meet you guys back here for our pre-workout snack. All right. And here we go, pre-workout stuff. All right, so what I've got for my pre-workout snack, some Quaker rice cakes. If you guys know me, you know this is my favorite snack in the world. So versatile. I'm gonna put some peanut butter on these. Super simple digestive carbs, a little bit of protein, and the salt and the peanut butter helps dry you out, get you some better pumps. I'm gonna be using this Jif zero sugar added peanut butter. You can use whatever peanut butter you like. I just try to make the added sugars as minimal as possible. And then in terms of my actual pre-workout, I have some Bum right here, some, what is it, Savage pre-workout, which is funny because he's got a lisp. Chris Bumstead, the guy whose brand it is, he got a little bit of a lisp, and so he really had the marketing team dig into that, and I think that's cool and unique to kind of own your flaws and really make something out of it. So Bum pre-workout, this is blackberry lemonade. This is actually one of my favorite flavors. I like their watermelon one a lot. But rotate it up every once in a while. So this is what I got today. And then a couple scoops of creatine, the greatest supplement that is the world's most researched supplement. great for everyone. It doesn't always work for every single person, so I recommend that you at least try it out. Try it out for a month, see if it makes a difference for you. The biggest things that I notice are better recovery, and I feel like my pumps are pretty good too while I have the creatine in my system. So I've just got a little bit of water here. I'm gonna mix that up, and then I am on my way to the gym, so I'll see you guys there. En route to the gym now. I was there. I stop off at the gas station, get my ritual. So I always get a nice Rice Krispie treat before I go in. And then nice little Powerade. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Lane, you just spent the first part of the video talking about how you don't want to put any added sugars in. And you're taking it out of the meals and everything. But listen here. It's very intentional, these carbs. The Rice Krispie treat, I'm gonna eat that before I go in. It's gonna fill me up with all those extra carbs, all that extra energy. Those sugars are just gonna go straight into the workout. The Powerade is gonna be something that I sip on throughout the workout. So it's gonna give me a steady stream of energy and carb source, right? And so as I get a little deeper into the workout, instead of being super fatigued, I'm gonna maintain my energy levels throughout. So they're very intentional carb sources. With that being said, let's go ahead and nasty chest day. All right, pump was achieved. Feeling good. It was a nice solid push day. Hit a little chest, shoulders, and triceps. Just ran to the gas station, get a quick snack. I'm gonna go hang out with a couple of friends, and then I'll be home later for dinner. Just went to the store, picked up one of these Fairlife Core Powers, 42 grams of protein, super great. I try not to drink a ton of protein shakes just because I feel like you can get most of your protein in through whole food sources, but I'm on the run. It's quick, it's easy. Not the best thing in the world for you, but definitely not the worst either. And then I got this little bag of beef jerky, so I'll put the macros up right here. Let you guys know how much we're at for the day so far, about a little over halfway through, and then I'll hit you guys up when it's time to cook some dinner. All right, and it is the final meal of the day. So got some chicken Alfredo made with some protein pasta, got 200 grams of chicken breast and 215 grams of that pasta, 100 grams of Alfredo sauce. Got the special low calorie version, has like I think 30 calories per serving. I used the whole jar, 7 servings, so like 200 calories for the sauce. I'll put all the macros on here. I like my last meal of the day to be pretty hearty, lots of protein, good amount of carbs, so that way before I go to bed I can digest it all, get it all soaked in, and try to take advantage of that protein synthesis window, I guess you would say. But that is pretty much the whole full day. I'll put the day's macros right here so you guys can see just how much I ate. I wanted this to be a realistic video, right? I didn't want to have the most perfect diet because I don't have the most perfect diet. You know, I think the main thing is just trying to be consistent. So whatever you're doing, you don't have to be perfect. You just try to be a little better each day. And I appreciate anybody and everybody who watched this. And if you like it, follow, click like, and we'll see you next time.